Hi guys, welcome to goHUNT Optics. Pretty exciting today. It's kind of fun when we get to look at new products and
I love new products
and test stuff and have some fun with it. You know, a little bit before things launch, and so we're bringing to you today the new lineup of Vortex Rangefinders. You know, I've had a few questions, obviously internally, about what they're doing with these, and you still have the Razor 4000 series that that's kind of the flagship, and then you also have the Fury binoculars and the ABs. So those are all still in place. But what they're actually really trying to do is align the Crossfire, the Diamondback, and the Viper binocular series with the appropriate rangefinders. So that's what you're seeing here today. You've got the Crossfire HD 1400. Diamondback HD 2000, and then you've got the Viper HD 3000. So for the old ones to compare, you're probably going to find that the impacts and the crossfires are aligned. And then what they really kind of did is that the Ranger 1800, they kind of split the difference with the two, and they went to the 3000 on the Viper and the 2000 on the. So the price points that we're at are $199, $299, and $399, and really they've added some great features to them. I got to be honest with you, I love the fact that they're adding the tripod mounted to the.
Both of these are tripod
adaptable. That always gets me going because
really cool.
It's just going to allow for more accurate readings at farther distances. You got out in the field with them. I've been testing them a little bit in Arizona before the launch here, and I've just been nothing but excited about them. I met with, actually got an opportunity to meet with Jared and Jay Scott on the podcast there, and we got a real good chance to talk about them and use them on the mountain behind Jay's house there. And I'm going to be honest with you, I found them to be easily programmed. The batteries were easy to install. I mean, everything about them was perfect. So. I'm just really excited to see how they do.
Yeah, so I've been playing around with all three models, kind of testing them out at the rifle range quite a bit. And the thing that kind of blew me away right away is the one you just picked up right now, the Crossfire, how light that thing is.
Oh, super light.
So if you just if you're a guy who wants to save some weight on anything, like that one comes in at 4.8 ounces.
Yeah, no frills. The other thing that's nice about those too is that you get cases with all of them.
Yep, you get the little
you get a regular lanyard, and then you also get the bungee lanyard.
Yep,
so,
which is super nice, so you don't actually drop your rangefinder and bang it up.
Yeah, we all know those bow situations where
you
might make a mistake or two, and it wants to fall on you. So that's always nice that it does that. But they're all running. Well, I shouldn't say all, but the CR2 batteries for the Crossfire. The Diamondback is actually the CR2, and then this one actually is the CR123s. So that was a change there. But yeah, if you guys can see here, the tripod mounted parts, you would just actually put your plate of whatever your tripod system you're using. So if you're using I would probably on a Suray system, I would put the TY50 Pro plate in there. And that would link up real good with the Suray VA5 heads. That would be good. Or whether you're using Vortex, the Arca Swiss plates will fit right on there. And a lot of people aren't used to doing tripod mounted.
But it's actually really, really valuable for just precision yardages, and just like that's why I really like the Viper, the HD 3000.
Right.
They have that ELR mode on there, and so it's a little more fine-tuned for picking up those extreme
100%.
long distances, and then especially mounted on a tripod. Like when I'm just out there validating my rifle, obviously I'm never going to hunt at any of these crazy distances, but it's nice to be able to range it and be like, okay, how far do I have to hike to go do something, or whatever else situations you
Well, and I just think that the accuracy of it, the repeatability of it, I think it's going to increase tenfold when you're on a tripod, because we can all steady in our hands pretty well. But I think people would be amazed on the accuracy and the repeatability they get when they do it from a tripod. So I recommend it if you get the chance to do it. Obviously, maybe that doesn't work out for an optics, an archery situation. But yeah, I mean, I think it's absolutely an added value.
Yeah. And that's another thing too, like you said, archery stuff. So both the Viper and the Diamondback are both 7x magnification, and I believe the Crossfire is a 5x.
Yeah, the Crossfire is 5x.
So even in an archery situation, you're in tight, like
Yep.
having a 7x magnification is actually, I think, really beneficial.
Given that wide field of view, absolutely. The other thing that I really like about the Diamondback and the Vipers is the Ranger 1800 has that clip, and you can put it on either side. And a lot of people don't really use the clip, but I have always, if I have a chest pack on, I might not use the clip as much, but if I just happen to have my backpack on, I can always put that clip on the sternum strap. So I just have always found that to be really super easy if I know that I'm going to be taking it in and out, and I may not want to pull it out of a pocket. So I've always really found those clips to be a good add-on. So.
We're going to do a quick breakdown of some of the specs of these rangefinders. So the Viper HD 3000, obviously it can go up to 3000 max reflective range.
Yep.
And I believe the deer is 2,300, a tree is 2,300, and a deer is
2,000.
Okay. And then weight on this thing, it's actually not that heavy compared to the Crossfire. It's going to be a little like double the weight, but 9.1 ounces. Minimum range is 6 yards. So if you're an archery hunter and you need to range something at 6 yards, I guess you can do that because it's going to range.
I suppose if you have a deer walk by, you're blind. It's probably.
Yeah, you probably be able to take it. But yeah, it's been the one I've been using a lot at the rifle range quite a bit, and really love it. Ranges perfectly. The glass is super crystal clear, easy to use, and like you said before, the menu systems are easy to run through.
Absolutely.
And then the Diamondback HD 2000, that's 2,000 yards max reflective range. Tree is going to be 1,800, and a deer is going to be 1,400 yards for ranging on that. And minimum range is 5 yards on that one. And weight is 7.6 ounces.
Correct. So on the Crossfire, you're at, again, like Brady said, the 4.8 ounces, super lightweight. Any of the compacts are going to be lighter weight, but it feels really crazy.
It
was noticeable when I took it out of the package.
Like, is there something missing here? Because
exactly. I was like, batteries, no battery. It was lighter than usual. So you're at 1,400 yards on the reflective, max range reflective, and then on the tree you're 950, and the deer you're 750. So again, just with them kind of dividing and conquering, the price points and those lines, I think they've given you a real good choice.
Yeah.
At whatever might fit your needs.
And it's a good thing to mention too that all of these do have the angle compensation.
Yes.
And they have the true line of sight, so you can switch it between one and the other. Line of sight mostly if you're going to use some of your ballistics programs like an app or a dope drop chart. You'll want to use the line of sight. Otherwise, you can use the angle compensating for archery, tree stands, steep angles. But like when you get into further distances, line of sight will be better with the ballistic
100%.
programs.
So I think that this is going to be a good thing for Vortex, and I'm excited to get them, see how the public reacts to them.
Yep.
I think they'll be pleased.
So yeah, Cody, what are going to be the main feature upgrades or slight differences between these two rangefinders?
Basically, again, you're going, 5 magnification to 7 magnification. You've got the addition of the TO LEDs.
Yep, and that one, and
which are the red LEDs inside. Your aiming points, and then the next biggest thing would be probably the biggest thing would be the HD glass, and that will be different in each of them because of the obviously the glass quality and the line. It's to align itself with the HD and the glass quality of the Crossfire line versus the Diamondback versus the Viper
Gotcha.
line.
Yep.
So and really that comes down to coatings and how they're different parts and pieces that are built to help them transmit light and create a better image.
So if I was going to call you up and say I'm looking at buying a rangefinder, and I'm saying I'm looking at the Vortex line and I'm looking at these three, how would you help me determine which one I want to get?
The thing I'd probably ask first is, when it comes down to, are you a beginner? Are you using this for archery? Are you using this for rifles? So, if somebody's looking for a price point, we can do it that way. If somebody's looking for something that's lightweight, and that offers a lot of value, and you know, they don't want to break the bank, but they're also, you know, maybe they're not shooting as far as maybe what you're shooting, you know, on a normal basis.
Yep.
And maybe they're a archery and a rifle guy, but they don't hunt, those distances that we do out west. Or I would send them to the Crossfire. The Diamondbacks, they're wanting a little bit upgraded glass. They're extending their ranges. Maybe they're wanting to shoot a little farther and get into long range shooting. That's a great step in the right direction. And then for the guy that's maybe a little more, he's not a novice. He's, maybe getting into that expert mode, and he's wanting to, kind of up his game in terms of glass again. And has all the bells and whistles, and the yardages that he's looking to do. I would certainly go with the Viper.
Okay. And I want to touch on too the Viper, how it has a different. You got the eye cup and you got the diopter setting on here too. That's a little more advanced as well.
100%. Well, and you should have that because typically speaking, your distances are going to be a lot farther that you're looking at, and so that gives you the most optimum focus for that particular task.
All right, so that's just a quick overview of the 3 new rangefinders from Vortex. We got the Crossfire HD 1400, Diamondback HD 2000, and the Viper HD 3000, all available in the goHUNT Gear Shop right now. And if people have questions, how would they get a hold of us?
Optics@goHUNT.com. Please, if you have questions for the YouTube channel, reach out there. You can also call us at 702-847-8747, and we're more than happy to take your phone calls or questions there.
Appreciate your time, Cody.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me.